Welcome to Tap the Good Spiritual Counseling and Transformational Coaching Services. I am your host, Dr. Jacinta Mpali Nkanamori. In this session today, I'm going to share with you my take on how to use Hooponopono to amplify, to increase your faith. The faith in God, in good, the faith in yourself. How do you do it? And I'm going to give you a few steps using Hooponopono, how you can amplify your faith. And remember that with faith, everything is possible. Now, before I get into the session, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you can receive notifications every time I record a video. Now, let's get into the session. First, to begin, Hooponopono is this powerful Hawaiian healing modality that is basically 4 statements. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And each statement is so powerful and has so much meaning behind it. And you might, it's so magical that you may even just say the 4 statements without understanding what more is packed in them, and you would benefit from them. Because just as you start, either listening to Hooponopono or just saying those 4 words, if you're stressed, if you have doubt, if you have fear, or if you're worried, immediately within a few minutes, if you just say the 4 Hooponopono statements, you start feeling a sense of relief. Because when you say you're sorry, there are so many angles to Hooponopono. First of all, when you say you're sorry, you're saying you're sorry for believing that whatever is bothering you is the truth. You're sorry for accepting it. And you're even sorry, you're telling your inner child that you're sorry for accepting and digesting and recruiting that problem into that store, your inner child, your subconscious mind. And then your subconscious mind is just giving you a message that, hey, listen, this is what you have invested. This is what you have stored in me. So you're sorry for accepting a lie. And most importantly, most powerfully, you're sorry for believing who you're not. And then when you say, please forgive me, you're literally asking your inner child for forgiveness. You're not asking God for forgiveness. God needs nothing. God doesn't need forgiveness. God needs nothing. God has everything. But you're literally asking your inner child for forgiveness. Almost you're saying, you are talking yourself out of that habit. Forgiveness is promising yourself that you will release that habit. So forgiveness in a way is making an agreement that, hey, listen, I ain't gonna do this anymore. It also really depends if you're not gonna repeat that habit of believing the negativity in your life as the truth. So when you say, please forgive me, you're making a covenant with yourself that you ain't gonna do that again. And then when you say I love you, it's like creating, reboning, re-cementing your relationship with your divine, with yourself, with some people say the secret self, but with your true pure self, the pure consciousness. And thank you is so powerful. It's gratitude. It is cementing the fact that you believe that whatever problem you believe to be true is no longer true. So you're showing your gratitude for the resolution. So that's why Hooponopono is so powerful. There is so much you can do with it. You can marry so many other modalities with it. You can recruit spiritual techniques and other spiritual ancient rituals. That's why I use onions, water, candles. You can recruit all the elements and herbs and writing and ice. Hooponopono is absolutely amazing, and the more you work with it, the more you realize how powerful, intense, and deep it is. So I'm forever grateful for Miss Mamona, who brought the channel through which Hooponopono was transferred to me through Dr. Joe Vitale. All right, so now you know a little bit about Hooponopono. So how do you intensify your faith using Hooponopono? How do you activate your faith? Well, faith is the absence of fear, absence of doubt, the absence of control, the need to control everything, the absence of you going back to the past and trying to believe, use the past to determine the future. Faith is surrendering to the divine, to a power that is bigger than your problem. Faith is shifting your awareness from the problem to the awareness of the solution. Faith is letting go of your need of making things happen your way. And faith is literally falling into the lap of God, if there is anything like that. Falling into that belief, that consciousness of solutions, that consciousness of infinite, comfort, well knowing that it's already all right. I'm gonna relax and go with the flow. Faith is like jumping on the river and going with the flow instead of trying to push the river or pull it this way or that way. So what you do with Hooponopono is you repeat the 4 Hooponopono statements on each of the issues that are in between you and faith, because faith is something that you already have. But when you allow or accept other negative emotions to prevail in your mind long enough, then you forget that you have faith. So you use Hooponopono to disempower your relationship and attachment to all these other emotions. So for instance, doubt. So what you do, you think about doubt, and then you use the 4 Hooponopono statements focused on doubt. And you could even imagine that the 4 Hooponopono statements are fire and doubt is a block of ice. And this fire, it's like you're placing this block of ice, which is doubt, in this huge fire, which are the 4 Hooponopono statements. So every statement you repeat, of the 4 Hooponopono statements, it's like you're dissolving, you're melting that doubt. You're melting that doubt. Or you can imagine that the 4 Hooponopono statements are like a panga. I think you guys here call it a machete, a big machete. So every time you repeat the statements, you're slashing that doubt, that energy of doubt within you, and dissolving it and transmuting into love and light. Sometimes you don't even have to visualize. You don't have to visualize what, you don't have to kind of like create or visualize Hooponopono into a weapon you're using to disempower this negative emotion. You just have to repeat the first statement focused on the issue you're dealing with. So let's imagine that your faith is shadowed by fear, and you have so much fear that the problem is going to overwhelm you, or it's more powerful than you. Okay, if you don't have the resources to resolve this problem. So you look at this fear in this mind, and you just repeat the 4 Hooponopono statements. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you can also add on a few other statements like 0 doubt, null and void, 0 doubt, null and void. What you're doing is releasing the attachment and recognition of the energy of these negative emotions in your consciousness. And the more you repeat the 4 Hooponopono statements, the more you dissolve and disempower and nullify the negative emotions in your mind. So that's how you can use Hooponopono to amplify your faith. You don't need anything to amplify your faith as per se, but you need to resolve and dissolve all other negative emotions that are shadowing your faith. Once you let go of doubt, once the doubt is resolved, then faith shows up because it's already in you. Once fear is dissolved, faith pops up. Once the need to control things dissolves, faith is amplified. Though you already have so much faith, that's why you go to sleep. You use faith to sleep because you lay down and close your eyes, and you have this faith that as you sleep, everything within your body will be functioning out mentally. So you already have so much faith in your beingness. You just have to release and let go of all these other emotions that are shadowing or pretending to shadow your faith. And that's how you can use Hooponopono to disempower them. Every day, actually, it's a very good practice to think about what is going in between you, shadowing your faith. If it's fear, clean on it, clean on it and dissolve and let go of the fear. All right. I hope this has helped you understand how you can use Hooponopono to amplify your faith. In the interim, I'm sending you abundant love from my heart to yours. If you need more spiritual counseling and life transformational coaching services, please visit my channel at www.tapthegood.com or go on Amazon and check out my books. Love and light.